Americans, and welcome to my special presentation, a modest proposal for enhanced interrogation. Oh. And I suppose I should also greet the freedom-hating, liberty-raping liberals out there too. I hope you all dimify. I am former Vice President Dick Cheney. You might remember me from such instructional films as The Conscious Vivisection of Ahmed, Involuntary Disablement of 5 Foreigners, and my personal favorite, The Immolation of Screaming Muhammad. I'm here tonight for a couple of reasons. 1. Because I'm sick and tired of all the bellyaching these goddamn civil libertarians are throwing around about America's war on terror, and the Bush administration's conduct in the war. Ooh, look at me. I'm a civil libertarian. I'm a big fat pansy, so of course I love the Fifth Amendment. Wow. I'm a big baby, and I'm gonna cry because you violated my Fourth Amendment rights. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, liberals. Sounds to me like you hate America. Why not do everyone a favor? Eat a gun. Am I right, folks? Am I right? Yeah, you know I am. Drop dead. And 2, I'm here to lay out the case for enhanced interrogation, and why it's essential to American interests. Of course, you might have heard such interrogation referred to as torture by commie pinkos. First off, let's not forget that anyone tortured by America was not, I repeat, not, an American citizen. All right. Maybe 1 or 2, but that's it. And as any idiot knows, the Constitution applies only to American citizens. Go on and read through it again. You won't find anything that says, oh by the way, this applies to all people. Of course, you'll hear from liberal pussies how the Founding Fathers, being students of the Enlightenment, believed that all human beings, by their very nature, are deserving of dignity, justice, and humane treatment. So much so, that they even spelled out in the Declaration of Independence, all men are created equal. Bullshit. If the Founding Fathers really, truly believed that all men are created equal, then why didn't they just come out and say, hey, all people in the United States are protected by the Constitution, regardless of their country of origin? Well, why didn't they say that, libtards? Can they answer that? Can you? And don't even get me started on the Supreme Court. You give those stupid elitists a couple mentions in the Constitution, and all of a sudden they're all like, wow. We get to interpret laws. We've spent our lives studying it. Look at me. I'm so awesome, and I'm smart because I went to college and I know stuff. Well, whoop-dee shit. What, you think the Supreme Court is the boss or equal of the president? I don't think so. The president gets to do whatever he wants to do. But not Obama. I mean, real American presidents can do what they want, not Kenyan Islamo-fascist, faggot presidents who stole the election thanks to Acorn. Okay, let's see what we've got so far. The Constitution, thus the Bill of Rights, covers only U.S. citizens. And we can safely ignore centuries of established law that claim otherwise. Why? Because those so-called laws came to us via the liberal activist judges of the Supreme Court. And since all liberals hate America, they have a conflict of interest in ruling from the bench, ergo, we can ignore any ruling that we don't agree with. Alright. Now we are coming to the meat of the issue. Since non-citizens cannot claim rights under the Constitution, we are under no obligations of any sort to protect them, or treat them humanely. Are you with me so far? Let's simplify that just a little. Remember, foreigner in America equals no right to free speech, no right to a fair trial, no habeas corpus, no prohibition against cruel and unusual punishment. Blah blah blah. You get the idea. None of those stupid amendments applies. Nada. Zero. He. Now we were coming to my favorite part. You were a patriot, John, you. who very well may be the greatest legal mind in American history, lays out one of the two greatest claims ever.
If the president deems that he's got to torture somebody, including by crushing the testicles of the person's child, there is no law that can stop that.
No treaty.
And also no law by Congress. That's what you wrote in the August 2002 memo.
I think it depends on why the president thinks he needs to do that.
Sweet Jesus. That just sends tingles up and down my spine. Man. Child testicle crushing is awesome. But it's not Johnny's only contribution. Booyah. We now have legal carte blanche. There is literally nothing that a president can do that is illegal. It's established law now. Richard Nixon was right. When the president does it, it's not illegal. God bless you, John Yoo. We now come to my own modest proposal for enhanced interrogation. Basically, it's this. Anything goes. I mean that literally. Whatever you can think of to do to a prisoner is hey-okay. Now this next chart is simply a limited list of potential tactics. It should by no means be considered a restriction on any, and I mean any, potential torture. It includes, and I want to emphasize this next part, is not limited to actually, that should really be done once someone is in custody. You don't really have to wait until interrogation. You can if you want, but, just have fun, folks. You know, branding iron to the face, hot poker to the eyes, that sort of thing. Basic stuff we learned from studying the Inquisition, the Nazi Gestapo, the Khmer Rouge. No biggie. Self-explanatory, don't you think? Sawing and hacking off limbs, dumping prisoners headfirst into vats of acid, etc., etc. But the last one. Oh man, this one was a stroke of pure genius. Sheet, cousin. I cannot tell you just how hot this makes me. I mean, whoa. I just wish I was still capable of sexual arousal. I mean, this is a torture fetishist wet dream. And I would most certainly know. But that's not all. Johnny, tell our contestants what else they've won. See, there's nothing to stop us from the sexual mutilation, abuse, and outright rape of prisoners' spouses, children, pets, friends, postmen, pretty much anybody he's ever spoken to. That might seem a little harsh to a lot of you. I can comprehend that. I think that's pathetic, but at least I can comprehend that. So to you I say, grow up there. We're in a war. We're in a war with an enemy that has no qualms with imprisoning people for years without trial, brutalizing them mercilessly, destroying innocent lives. The only way to beat an enemy like that is to stoop beyond their level. We have to show them that we will not allow ourselves to act morally. We have to prove to the world that we can be as bloodthirsty and as devoid of humanity as any terrorist. In conclusion, my fellow Americans, we will be victorious in the war on terror only when we have debased ourselves and our values. Until we are no better than our enemies. Cheney Palin in 2012, baby. Yeah.